In the previous session, the sorcerers fought a band of strange creatures in the wilderness outside of Imperium. After defeating many of them and incapacitating the rest, the sorcerers and their plus ones escaped, not realizing that sparing the creatures meant they would attack the Talnari party behind them. The sorcerers managed to mostly smooth things over with their Talnari traveling companions and finally reached the Prosperus home, where Marcus is about to reunite with his family.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sorcerous Origins, your local cryptid's favorite actual play D&D series. I am your Coliseum Master, Will Peña, and today I'm joined by the Sorcerers. We have Clayton Currie.
Hi, I'm Gaius Maximus.
Riley Civerolo Douglas.
Marcus Prosperus.
Sydney Steinberg.
Aemil, Celeris.
Maya Torre.
Avalon, Valerius.
And Sarah Sherwood.
Clio, Meliora.
You threw me off there, Will. I don't usually get called first.
I know.
I've never laughed. I was like, what's going on?
Got to keep us on our toes.
Funky session today.
Now they've thrown us off our
rhythm.
So we are picking back up at the front door of the Prosperous household. Mother and son reunited, holding each other in a tight, warm embrace. My sweet baby boy.
Wait, is that Will or the mom?
That's the mom. That's what you said.
My sweet baby boy.
My sweet baby.
It flowed so well. I was like, are we still setting up the scene? Has Will just finally admitted that Marcus is his favorite?
Damn, stone fucking cold. Oh, sorry, YouTube.
No, that was welcome. Welcome.
Oh, yeah, let's start censoring ourselves now. We've never cussed before.
It's always within the first 5 minutes, too.
Yeah.
Hold on. A sweet, wonderful moment. Brought some of us to tears last time.
Brought mainly one of us.
It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day, my friends.
Brought some of us to tears, and it brought one of us to sobbing for a literal full 30 seconds after that video cuts off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm on the porch with my mom.
I think you're just in this embrace, and you hear actually an unfamiliar voice coming from the hallway. And you hear, Grandma, who is it? Do we need more plates? And from the hallway seems someone who looks vaguely familiar, but you can't quite tell who. Your mom lets you go, starts wipes a few tears from her eyes.
Yeah, I do the same.
And the young man there, about 17 years old, takes a stop and sees something is going on, but doesn't want to leave, doesn't know if he should say. And your mom goes, yes, Ignatius, this is your Uncle Marcus. You remember Marcus. And your 2-year-old nephew, Ignatius, is now standing in front of you, 17, and he says, yeah, of course. How you doing, Uncle Marcus?
You don't have to lie. You were sorry. You were too.
Yeah. I just thought it would be polite.
Marcus laughs a little bit and things have changed. I think Marcus kind of laughs at it. It's fine. It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, you I've heard a lot about you. It's I'm glad you're home. It's really cool that you're visiting. So we need one, and he looks sees Demisha, 2 more plates for tonight. That
Oh yeah, I think at this point Marcus has that kind of It's like when you brought friends home, but you didn't tell your mom beforehand.
That's exactly what's happening. It's not
exactly
like that. It is that.
He feels like
It's
I feel like
noticeably.
older than he's ever felt in his life, but also is back in his childhood home. So there's this weird like thing going on. But it's like, Mater, there's a these are the sorcerers, as we've been dubbed, and our plus ones of sorts.
We will bring in another table. We're not going to leave them out in the cold like this. No, come in, come in. It's fully like 85 degrees. It's
She's so beautiful to me.
Mamma mia.
Hello, everybody. This like short kind of Italian woman is yelling at you all from like all the way. You guys are like still outside the fence, outside the gates. Come in, come in.
Yeah.
We'll roll up.
Yeah, as they walk up, I think Mark is just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bringing guests, and also for a lot of other.
You do not have to apologize, Marcus. The Prosperus has never turned down anyone who comes to their door. And with that, she just walks inside.
Oh, there she goes. Okay.
Yeah, I think Marcus kind of like is on the porch, and as everybody gets closer, like kind of like just looks at everybody. He's like, "Welcome."
Just her?
All of you.
The
And
sound
just stepped inside, doesn't want to look at any of them anymore.
For everybody else, the sheer amount of sound that's coming from this house very clearly is not heard. There are a lot of people. Again, just as a reminder, this is kind of a medium-sized ranch house, but it's like two medium-sized ranch houses put together that are kind of like overlapping at one of the edges. Demisha, I think, just goes, well, come on in, everybody. I'll introduce you all.
Thank you.
You guys walk in. Marcus, immediately things are different. The first thing that strikes you is that there is a pit of water in the center of the house, and the roof goes in. This is a very common thing in Roman households. You guys saw it in the Valerius household and in the Pompeius. But it's a sign of like prosperity. It's a sign of not like extreme wealth, but it's a sign of like your family's doing pretty well. To have changed, like redone the roof of your house and added this fresh water source for rainwater, is instead of like having to go all the way to the river and bring stuff back every day, like you had to do many times as a kid. So that's the first thing. You walk in and you see there's a little sitting room over in the corner, and you see this like big burly man. He has a shaved head and a kind of well-kept beard. And Marcus, you instantly recognize him as Philo? What are we gonna go with? Philo.
Like
one of your brothers. He turns around just to see who's coming in, and oh shit, hey Marcus. He gets up.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to do this 7 times.
He is really, really tall. And
He
just
does,
this like this
right?
really like, I don't know, wall of a man. And he makes his way over, and he leaves these two younger people playing some kind of like, what's the game where you have like quarters? Toss them into the shot.
They're playing copper.
They're playing copper. These two kids, one of them you fully don't recognize. The other Ignatius kind of tipped you off to like, oh, some of these might be, adults now. Marina is the other. She's older. She's about 21 years old. So you actually have like a good idea what she looks like. They kind of stay sitting, just
that's cool,
judging the situation as Phila walks over. Hey, it's been a little bit.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Good.
Fantastic.
Yes. How are you?
Great. What's happened since I last saw you?
A lot.
Yeah. Got married. Tertius, he's not here tonight, but he's taking care of Ursus on the back in the town. As you see, like he's like rubbing his face. Lost 2 fingers. Lost these ones.
How?
Smashed.
When?
What was this, like 7 years ago? I was redoing the fence, and it's rocks moving around, tumbling, and yeah.
I have magic now. That's sort of one of the things. It's good to see you. I'm.
Any of you guys know how to magic a few fingers back?
I looked at Clio. She goes like that. I go, no. No. Unfortunately, not. No. How is everyone still here?
Yeah. Dad's he's lying down. He's getting some rest. And almost everyone's here. Like I said, Tertius and Ursus are back home. I think he looks at Demisha and is like, Seneca's coming later tonight, right? And Demisha's like, yeah, he should be here after dinner. So that's excuse me, they should be here after dinner. I got so many of these folks to keep track of.
You're doing great.
Well, and I think like there's something you said about like Marcus is hearing all of these names for the first time, and I think it's just like thing after thing after thing of like Tertius is here with Ursus and like Seneca's coming and like da-da-da, and it's like, yeah, he's doing his best. I think he's trying to maintain, just look very, very calm and collected, but I think also he's trying to memorize as many names as possible.
I'm gonna lean over to Marcus real quick and just to check with you. Are we introducing ourselves, or is there like a group introduction that's gonna happen? I'm just checking because I don't want to I'm saying all of this.
No,
I don't want to
introduce yourself to whoever you would like to, but also these are the sorcerers and +1s. They also, some have magic.
Most of us. Hi, I'm Gaius Maximus.
He grabs your hand, really good handshake.
Oh, it's such a strong handshake.
The testosterone.
I hear you're really good in the Coliseum, right? You're good in the ring.
So they say. It's been a little bit. Coliseum is sort of kind of defunct for the time being. That's a big word. I don't know that. The Coliseum is broken.
Yeah, there was the terrorist attack.
Is that what you heard?
The Tilnari.
Nope.
Columns.
Nope.
Esty, you were on team press release when you gave that information. Why are you surprised?
I lied because the government made me.
That's
actually,
there's a lot.
Okay.
That wasn't Telnar. that was an otherworldly. I'm kind of looking to everyone else like force.
Magic. It was
The
magic.
same thing
Discord,
that
Magic stuff.
magic, yes.
Chaos.
Avalon,
But
Valerius.
bad kind. Avalon.
Yes, it's me.
Clio, Aemil.
Hi.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So not tell nah.
They
listen,
told us
no.
to say that because they like going to war. They think it's fun. So
we're selling fine, so that's really all that matters to me. Whether it was Telnar, whether it was aliens,
What?
There's aliens now?
otherworldly. I don't know.
Oh, I see. What do you grow, by the way? I'm curious.
Well, we don't grow a whole lot. We're mostly leather.
You grow leather?
On cows, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna go help mom.
Oh, bye, Marcus.
Marcus goes to find Agape, which is safer ground right now.
I will just I will finish that scene with a. So you like the Coliseum and just sort of get into brief small talk with was that Philo?
Yes, this
Philo.
is perfect.
Philo.
We can
Philo.
dispatch one of you to each of the siblings, and then I won't
Please
have to
do so. Yeah.
to be like, "Hey, it's been 15 years, and I just came back."
Philo goes, yeah, I guess another thing about, because this whole room that you're in has been like renovated, right? Because there's the pit where the teens and young adults are hanging out is where the
teaser.
kitchen used to be. And as you got caught up with Philo, you didn't really see where your mom went. And Philo says, oh yeah, kitchen's right through the garage now. So
Okay. Marcus will just go. Can I have Welcome come with me?
Yeah. Welcome kind of wades through the people that are all like still in that little entryway.
Okay.
Philo like just gives a little stare. You hear the younger of the people there. They see Welcome and they're like, badass.
Yeah.
Oh my god, am I cool uncle now? Have I come back after 15 years and within 5 minutes?
Did you bring them presents? That's sort of a
I
key.
brought
A
them-
key
And
part.
also, they call Welcome badass.
That's true.
They don't know the
super
whole
cousin.
situation yet.
Oh, Welcome as
Cousins.
cousins.
Technically, yeah.
Are they gonna go for a pre-Thanksgiving dinner walk?
Yeah.
So Marcus, you're kind of going around. You don't know exactly where to go. Garage, you don't know what that.
What
You can have
goes
a
in a-
garage.
I don't mean to
Garage
derail.
is-
What does go in a Roman garage? Chariots?
A cart?
We'll see.
Okay.
Oh.
You try a bunch of doors. The only way that your mom could have gone was down the hall where your room used to be. And this kind of feeling of dread gets in your stomach. Maybe not dread, but like, and you go.
Before I go there, I think Marcus is stalling a little bit and goes, how are you doing? It can be overwhelming here.
It's really nice. Everyone seems cool and interesting, and I want to talk to all of them. I don't know, how many more are there?
Well, there were at least 15 when I left. There are now children that I have never seen. So a lot of them.
Great.
Which is great. That's amazing. It's wonderful.
She like grabs your like just like right kind of your bicep and just like squeezes it real fast.
Thank you. Where did you learn that?
Clio?
Yeah. Marcus nods, and then I'll open the door.
You open the door to your room and find that it's been converted into something of a hallway in between both houses, mostly a shed, really. There's a lot of tools being stored in here. There's a large entrance into the field where the cattle are. There are not really any of your personal affects still there. Everything okay?
Yes. Yes. There is nothing that I have any right to be upset about. And I walk through.
You walk through and you merge into another huge part of the house. There is 2 different rooms. There is a dining table set up kind of in the middle. You see shelves of books and a kind of study area. And in the back left, there is a kitchen. It looks like pretty much the same kitchen that you left, just has been like everything has been moved to this new area. Again, your mom is nowhere to be seen. And you see older now. Her glass, she's like over a pot. Her glasses are all fogged up. And she turns around and like does a full, like turns around. Marcus. Oh, thank God. Perfect timing. Listen, I need you to watch this, okay?
Well, which one is this?
This is Kasha.
Okay.
Yes, Kasha.
Okay.
She's like slaving over this.
No, I need. Hi, first of all, hello.
Listen,
Where's mom? What?
Listen, Marcus, Julius is on the roof. He's gonna dive into the
don't-
pool. That's our drinking water for the week. I need you to watch this right now. So
Who
I can
is Julius?
Julius is my son. He's
Oh,
getting into things.
congratulations. That's
He's the-
really amazing. You have a child. You're
I have a handful is what I have.
what? Of children?
No.
I love her. I love her. I love her.
Oh, fine. Okay. Yes. I take the spoon. I'm very Marcus, 37-year-old Marcus Prosperus.
Your blessing, Marcus.
Thank
And
you.
she
That
goes-
I like feel my eyes like pinprick and like can't deal with that right now.
She leaves these like huge barn doors that go out into the backyard. And I think at that point, Hadrian walks in.
Fuck. I have so many siblings. Okay.
He was carrying this clay pot that just falls to the ground and splits into 2.
Hi.
Hi, Marcus. Didn't expect to see you tonight.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna get a towel.
Sounds yes.
Great. You keep doing that. And he walks right back out the way he came in.
I don't mean to make Marcus the comedic relief. I truly think he is in the wildest situation that he got magic a week ago. This is the wildest situation that he's been in 15 years. I think like I'm just like head to the fuck whatever cabinets are around.
Mhm.
Marcus's head is just like against.
Marcus comes home to find he has all these new nephews and nieces. Call that a wild family surge.
Yay, it is.
Your mom comes out from from like hiding in the bookcase. I don't know where she was before, but she suddenly appears. What are you doing, Marcus? What are you get off of the pot? Get off of the let me do this. You can't.
No, it's fine. I can stir the pot. That's I've reacquainted with Kasha and with Hadrian. And I point to the pot shards on the floor.
Welcome goes. I can help with this. I got it. And she goes down and she grabs a few of them. And you see she like kind of mutters something to herself, and the cracks fuse themselves back together. There, good as new.
Well done. That's new.
Yeah, I learned it. I kind of reversed and doesn't matter.
This is welcome, by the way.
Hello. That's a wonderful hat that you're wearing.
It's not a hat.
Wonderful.
They're horns.
You must be one of the sorcerers.
No, I made her. I left to. She's one of the statues that I made.
So she's a Prosperus.
I gotta give me a sec. I'm tearing up. It was such a one-hit shot. Yes, I suppose she is.
Oh, come here, darling. And she pulls Welcome in for another one of those big hugs. I think at this point now, we're just flying through everybody.
Yeah, also if some of the, because I don't want to take up if people, okay, yeah.
We should jump back actually. We're back in the first room. There's Philo, there's these two young adults. Ignatius has kind of joined with them.
And that's why I prefer the short sword to the long sword. It's just, especially with the chair, it's less unwieldy, you know.
Yeah, totally. I just think that the long sword, it's kind of like it's got really a nice aesthetic. It's got a lot of iconography. I don't know, like you see someone with a long sword and it's like,
oh no, wait. Clio, you taught me this word. Iconography.
That's it.
That's the one.
That's it.
They're talking sports. Cleo's looking at Madigan like, what the fuck is this? Like, what are they? Like, you know, when you're at like when you're like brother or your dad's like talking to your uncle, whatever, they're like the Raiders, and you're like, what is going? That's Cleo. The look on her face when I was like, like you're what? What are you talking about?
Iconography.
Iconography?
That one. You taught me that word.
Okay, yeah.
Do you not? Okay.
Sure.
Anyway,
the young woman there kind of pipes up and it's like, "Salve, everyone. I'm Marina."
Hi, I'm Gaius Maximus. Marina, you said?
Marina, yeah. This is my brother Ignatius. This is Drusus, my sibling. And she like looks at Drusus, and Drusus goes, "Yeah, you guys got spells?"
What in the Brennan
Do
we
we have spells? Oh,
you got games on your
that's
phone?
a good one. Do you want to see something really cool?
Guys, don't break anything, okay? Be
I'm gonna go
mindful of this.
outside
We're gonna use our
and-
inside magic. That's good too.
But what? Okay, so if I go outside, I can use the outside magic.
Yeah, just don't hurt
If
anybody.
it's life-threatening, maybe not.
Keep it ranged at a distance.
Drusus goes and opens a door. Drusus
Let's go.
right behind
How
them.
old is Drusus?
How old is Drusus?
Drusus is 14 years old.
Oh,
Yes. Perfect.
How old
That's
is
the
Marina?
perfect age.
What are the ages
Marina-
of
Marina
Ignatius?
looks like about 21.
21, and she,
Who?
her. Ignatius is 17, he, him.
Yes.
Drusus, 14, they, them.
Yes, got one of each. Got it.
Nice.
That's
Full
not
set.
Collect them all. Ugh.
I'll go outside with Drusus and all right. What do you want to see?
You-
Every time
you got lightning.
Lightning. I can do lightning. Here, I'll give you some options. I can shoot lightning. I can make the wind become a protective aura around me. I can light my sword on fire. I can throw fire. I can fly. I can stop anyone else doing magic. And then if you throw, ooh, this will be fun. Throw a rock at me.
just like stoops down. There's a rock right at their foot. Maria is like, guys, maybe we shouldn't actually.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Just lets it fly right at you. Should I roll an attack?
Sure. We'll see if this backfires for me.
I would love nothing more than for this 14-year-old to just fucking clock you. I think that would be so funny.
Got a 10 against your armor class.
And it doesn't hit, but I'm gonna cast shield anyway. And
Gotcha.
the wind just comes in, swirls it, and flings it over my shoulder. You can't hit me.
You hear from behind you a voice go, "What the hell? Who's throwing rocks?" And
Guys,
this,
can we stay here all season?
Yeah.
Can we just have a sitcom
Fuck whatever
where we
plot
just-
is going on. I just want to talk to the Prosperus family for the rest of this season.
Fuck Delnar. Fuck the rib.
And you see this older gentleman. He has like dark curly hair, like a splash of freckles across his face, and he goes, "What are we throwing rocks now?" Who? Welcome to the Prosperus Ranch, Prosperus.
Hi,
we have
I'm
a
Gaius
lovely-
Maximus.
Great. I am Vetus.
Vetus.
Vetus Prosperus.
Let's go.
Who is he in? I guess I don't know that. Yes, rocks were being thrown. Drusus technically threw it, but I asked them to.
Fucking throw me under the bus, Gaius.
I was claiming
Throw me
blame. I
under
was
the
saying I told
chariot.
you to.
Sorry, Dad.
I'll go sit in the. I'll go do timeout. He does.
No,
they
Guys,
don't have to.
Guys, we have to teach them to take responsibility for their actions. All right, this is not.
Please don't make Drusus take responsibility for anything ever. I
Drusus is
love
perfect. Drusus is perfect. There's never been a better teenager ever in all of anything.
I'm just gonna like scramble, pick up another rock, and just huck it into an empty part of the field, and just now we've both thrown rocks.
Okay. All right. No one's in trouble. Double jeopardy. No one's in trouble for throwing rocks. All right. What can I do you for? Welcome. What brings you to Ranch Prosperous?
We came with Marcus.
Marcus who?
Marcus Prosperus. Sculptor. Kind of got a like a scowl thing, but he's actually very pleasant when you get to know him. Well, you
To like the
definitely know him.
exact same scowl happening on on Vitus's face. Great. Thank you. Shit. Where is he?
He went looking for his mother.
And she's cooking. Okay. I will be back with you. Antonia! He yells over his shoulder. There's a barn a little ways off. And this woman of exactly the same age looking strikingly similar to this man, comes out and she goes, Vitus, you deal with outside guests. I got the farm covered right here. And Vitus goes, no, we gotta go inside. Come on. And they go to move into the other room that you guys have not seen yet.
I very subtly just give Drusus knuckles.
They hesitate for like a second, but then they like get you back.
Can Drusus get magic, please?
I'll take them on as an apprentice. I'll say it right fucking now.
Wizards.
Not gonna lie, Marcus, who hurt a little bit. That one was a little painful, but it's okay. We're moving. We got our head in the game. We're gonna keep playing.
You guys are all pretty much alone in the backyard. Anything else you guys want to do here?
Anyone else? Yeah, I've sort of
Aemil is just kind of like standing awkwardly off to the side and not really talking to anyone. They look a little bit like they've never been more fish out of water in their entire life. Probably is like clutching Cecilia's hand.
Cecilia squeezes back. You guys hear from the same room that you were just in. Julius, no! And then a splash.
Does anyone have Featherfall?
Mama, he's in the pool.
He's in the pool. He's in the pool already. It is too late.
We're gonna cut back inside.
Did Sydney want to do something?
That wasn't me. That was Maya.
Oh, sorry. I heard it.
It's all good.
We're gonna cut back to Marcus as those barn doors open and Antonia and Vitus come in. Marcus. Damn, you. I mean, a lot of that rock dust.
What? Sorry, what? What are you what?
You're old.
You're old. You're older than
We're in a time loop.
Demisha goes, we've been through this, guys. We're all old.
They're older than us. They don't get to call us old.
But you're babies, the two of you. And so you guys can't
I'm not
old. You're babies.
I'm not a baby. First of all. And
welcome is like
no. Do you see? It's good to see you both. It's good to see everybody.
It's good to see you too, Marcus. And Antonia that comes up and offers a hug.
I don't go to hug her, but I'll let her hug me.
You come on. And she goes and pulls you in.
Marcus the baby Prosperus. No. Yeah, I'll let once she hugs me, I'll give her a pat on the back. I mean, these bitches calling me old has immediately put me in shitty younger sibling mood. Hadrian doesn't. Not important. Where's Dad? Lying.
Antonia and Venus
There's a lot.
look at each other. I don't know, again, we haven't rolled the session, but like you don't need to roll an insight check to know the concern that passes over their face. He's lying down. He's getting some rest. He stays in bed most days.
Is he going to be at dinner?
He's been taking dinner in his bed lately. You can go talk to him. They're still in the same room in the water room.
I'll like look to my mom and just kind of be like, should I go now? Should I go after dinner? What do you
That would be
think
good.
is
He's an early sleeper. He don't want to wait. That would be good. Before the sun goes completely down.
okay?
Right. Where are your friends? Marina, Ignatius, we need to move the table from the water room into here, and like things go back into family mode of like, oh, we got more tables, we got more plates, we need more tables, we need more couches, we need
Get the TV dinner tables out. Yeah, I'll make. Are there stairs in this place, or is it all one level?
It's all one level.
I make the long trek to the bedroom alone, I think.
Okay. Welcome just like goes in to help as she can. I think like Antonia Vitus is like you gotta watch, these are low ceilings. You gotta watch those.
Be nice to my fucking daughter. You're lucky I'm in another hallway, Vitus. That was me, Riley.
You go through again your old room, and you walk into the water room. Kasha is fishing Julius out of the water. Julius is a kid. He's like 8 years old. He's got like much lighter curly hair. He's got the same freckles that your older twins do. And like she's got him like under the arms, is pulling him up, and Kasha goes, Marcus, this is your nephew.
Hello, Julius. Nice to meet you. Do you want help? I look back to Kasha.
She goes, no, I'm fine.
Would it be better if he were not wet?
Julius goes like, I hate being wet.
Oh, I have wonderful news for you. And then I'm gonna cast prestidigitation, and I'm gonna dry Julius off completely. And I think this is kind of a new feat. He's cast prestidigitation before, but again, I think using magic outside of like in like a calm environment is a little new. So I think Marcus just kind of like waves a hand, and the water just like evaporates.
Kasha, her eyes widen. Julius goes, thanks, Marcus. You see all the muscles in his body tense, and Kasha like grabs him before he can go back in.
I love the little motherfuckers in this place. Marcus kind of like nods, and then we'll continue along.
All right, Julius, we're gonna take this energy back outside. We're gonna put it on the ground this time. We're gonna put it on the ground this time.
You want to throw some rocks?
I want to get, what's Avalon up to right now?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked, because I hummed earlier. So I think, listen, this might sound weird, and I understand that she has no house skills, but what she does know from training is how to host a party. So I think she's gonna try to see if she can help.
Fantastic. Awesome. Go inside and make a charisma survival check.
Charisma based survival check is so funny. That's Avalon's entire life. Avalon's 21 years have been one long charisma based
survival check. So is that my wisdom plus my charisma?
It is your charisma, and then if you have proficiency in survival, you add proficiency.
Oh, I do not. I got a. I don't get anything special.
You have charisma.
I don't think so. You do have a lot of experience. Roll with advantage. Always gonna ask.
I got a nat 20.
Of course.
The nat 20. Marcus's dad gets out of bed.
Stop it. Stop.
Scared.
I'm kidding.
You've charmed Marcus, the sickness out of Marcus's dad. The sickness and old age.
Yes.
You walk in immediately. Marcus's mom, Agape, takes notice of you, and she goes, "What can I do for you, dear?"
Hello. I was wondering if you needed any help around.
Oh, you don't have to do anything like that.
No, I insist. Serving things. Setting. I don't. I can stir a pot.
What was your name again?
Avalon.
Great. Avalon.
And you are?
Agape Prosperus.
Agape Prosperus. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you too, Avalon. Yeah, if you can go around, really, if I'm being completely honest, Antonia and Vitus Antonia and Vitus have control of the kitchen these days. I putz around and I do this and that, but they're the real heads of house. Oh shit, who else is here? Antonia and Vitus come in from like two separate rooms. Out come these two women. They are also tall, like one of them tall caramel hair, and the other has this like totally like straight jet black hair, and they're also helping around the house, and they're like, if you're offering hands, you can help us just set the table, trying to make it look nice. We got a whole new half coming in, so there are some tablecloths in the shed, which is just over there. This is the like straight black-haired one. I'm Cornelia, by the way.
A pleasure. Avalon.
Fantastic. And the others like Floris too. I'm gonna be mostly getting some of the couches. And as you help out and start to make this like immaculate like table setting.
Yeah, it's only like the spoons are on the side.
The supplies are not like maybe what you're totally used to either in your ranch or in your home, but the makings are there for a great setting, and you just get that Floris is married to Antonia, Cornelia is married to Vitus, so they're there.
Who's Floris married to again?
Floris is married to Antonia.
Thank you.
Marcus's oldest sister.
Yes.
Yeah. So you keep going. You notice like there's some like wildflowers growing outside, like right outside of the barn door, and you pick some of those and make a little arrangement on the. Everything is just looking absolutely beautiful, and everyone is ever so charmed by Avalon. Marcus?
I have a question.
Yes.
How lovingly is Augustus looking at Avalon right now? I just want to know. I just want to know that when the camera pans over, like how much light is glistening in his eyes.
Just
yeah, roll for eye
on the side of a
Roll
wall
for that
and
bad
fully
boy.
covered.
Yeah.
What if it rolls in that one? He's like, ugh. Is that a full arrangement?
I did roll a 93%. So
This
very
bitch is
What's that our
smitten.
fucking percentile die? Oh my
I
god.
don't know. And he's like kind of like he like steps in to be like, hey, can I cool. Do you need any help with fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah, anyone want to do anything else before Marcus goes to talk to his dad? I think maybe out back, like a pickup game of that volleyball game starts, with Philo and Ignatius and Drusus and Gaius, if you would like to join in.
Did someone say volleyball? I got my ass kicked last time. Let's go.
Really good last time. Maybe I'll join. Maybe this is how Aemil learns how to socially interact in a family setting.
I learned about the magic of family through the magic of volleyball.
Sports.
Madigan gives you another like sports look. Clio like you were good last time.
You were good last time. Didn't she get a nat 20? She was. I listen.
I was good last time.
Yeah, I don't have a senator to impress this time, so I might step back. But this is a lot for me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Avalon's almost a senator.
Well,
Like she's kind of.
that's true.
And just start chatting. Marcus, you you reach the door of your parents' old room. The one thing in this house that seems to be exactly where it used to be. What are your thoughts before you open the door?
I think Marcus just takes a deep breath. There's too much going on to even. Marcus is in the habit of not fully processing his emotions in a healthy manner. And I think that right now is overcome with like so much guilt that it's like not going to, like, if he could let it root himself here in front of the door forever. And nobody can say that Marcus is an inefficient man, and he knows that that's not practical and pragmatic. So I think like after standing there for probably at least a minute, like closes his eyes and opens the door. Like it's this almost like not childish, and that the act isn't childish, but like, you know that there is something scary behind the door. It would be safer for you to keep your eyes open. You close the door, like you close your eyes and open the door. And so I think the door opens first before Marcus opens his eyes and goes inside.
You hear like paper hitting sheets. And there's a short moment. And then you hear, "There's my boy. Welcome home, Septimus." Septimus means the seventh.
Oh, thank God. I was like, no.
I was like, what the fuck?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, way back there.
Are your eyes open at this point? You see, lying in bed, your father, Cyprus, he has shrunk. In the same way that Marcus has that strength of having worked on a farm and with heavy stone for a long time, Cyprus has the body of someone that strength has left him, and is even more than your mom, the like, what do they call liver spots, and like the kind of discoloration of some of his skin and the way it kind of hangs. He's got almost these kind of jowls forming, and as long as you've known your dad, he had been balding, but
Oh God,
at this point,
that would be the last straw for Marcus. I can't. It's the hairline is the only thing I have.
It skips a generation on your mother's side. I've done much.
Thank God. Ignatius is fucked.
and he has very little hair left. But still his voice is exactly the same as you remember it. That is the one thing that hasn't changed. What brings you knocking at my door?
You dying.
Oh, thank God somebody said it. Everyone else, likes to dance around the problem, but you, always a straight shooter, Marcus.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate it. Because not everybody does.
I do. I appreciate you coming home, Marcus.
Sorry it wasn't sooner. What?
What did you do? Oh, you were gone. What did you do in that city?
What I set out to, I suppose. I made good stuff. I made good art. And everybody really liked it. And then everybody sort of stopped. How straight do you want me to shoot?
Whatever you want to tell me.
And then I was alone for 12 years. Still making things, good things, mind you. And then about a week and a half ago, I got magic, which has sort of been an entirely new chapter.
I've heard a little bit about that. I've heard.
Yes. Appears something has...
You're not the lizard one, are you?
What?
You're not the lizard one?
No. And I would be remiss if I didn't correct you and say dragon.
You kids have all these fucking new terms, all these dragons and sorcerer, and I never. When we grow up, it was lizards, and it was glass.
We still have lizards. They're not gone. There's just new things also.
Yeah, there's plenty of new things all these days. Excuse me.
You're cranky in your old age.
Well, I'm dying, so I'm allowed a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's not.
You couldn't.
I could.
We didn't have what you needed here, Marcus. Marcus.
I don't think that Imperium did for a while either.
My grandkids, your nieces, your nephews, your siblings' kids. They would they ask about Marcus. People talk about Marcus. They've never met Marcus, right? And I tell them that you went to Imperius, and they ask me why, and I say he was an artist. And I grab this, and he reaches over to his nightstand, and somehow, escaping your eye, is this small slate gray statue of a definitely of a jaguar, and your first thing is, well, I don't. What do you feel when you say that? When you see this?
I feel like I feel like there's probably a little like of what you were probably going to say of like proportions are off. Marcus just swallows. Like, yeah.
And he holds it up and he says, I tell them, you were an artist and you like to make stuff like this. You like to make sculptures, and you did a bang up job of it. But, there are plenty of rocks all over this ranch, all over this countryside, with beautiful figures waiting inside of them for Marcus to draw out. But Marcus needed to be somebody, and he puts his finger in the way that dads do. He puts in the center of your chest, and for an old man, it kind of hurts, like just this point of force right in the center of your chest. He needed to be somebody, and he just can't do that here. And I can't blame it. We all have the things that drive us. And that was Marcus's.
I don't know if I did.
If you'll excuse an old man for continuing to ramble, another story. Few years back, probably, I don't know, what is it going to be? Philo only had 3 fingers at that point, so it must have been about 8 years ago, 6 years ago.
Wait, did the fingers come off at different times? Was it 2 smashings?
No, it was all one incident.
Okay.
There's 5 finger Philo and 3 finger Philo.
Okay.
Kind of tell it's like you count from there and you count before that.
Right.
Business is going well. We're wanting to make some connections with some people in the city. I tell them, we're doing this over, we're sending runners to the city and back 2 days back and forth. It takes a long time. And they want me to come, and I'm like, no, Antonio and Vitas, they run the stuff now. Antonio Vitas could go talk to you, but they want to meet me because Prosperus Ranch, I kind of, me and your mom started it, and they want to meet me. So I end up making the trek all the way to Imperius. It's hot as hell. I got blisters on my feet by the time I'm there. I have to walk all the way back, but I get there, and the meeting goes great. Fantastic. We got some leather work inside the city now. We got some stuff going on with the guild. It's things have been good for us, Marcus. I find myself with a few hours to spare in the city, and it's a big place. And I know I can't find you, but I go walking around just in case, just in case I happen to bump into somebody. Little do you know, don't bump into somebody, I bump into something. There's this fountain in the middle of a square, and there's this beautiful, the 2 men, 1 woman. They're all, I don't know, they're like I think they're also building something within the sculpture. It was nice. It was nice. But like you can't see the thing, but they got muscles and they got figures and nice looking lady. And I see a little template underneath it, Marcus Prosperus. And I think, hey, he's alive. He's good. They're putting his statues up in city centers. There's nothing. I don't have to worry about this guy. He's doing his thing. I walk all the way back here, back to the ranch. And despite the blisters, which are, pungent at this point,
Don't.
I got, you work for a couple of days, you get blisters and you tell me how you like it. All right.
It's funny. I think like at that, like Marcus like kind of like puts his hand up. I think Marcus has extremely like calloused hands from like working with like hammers and stuff. So it's like he doesn't say anything, but just like his dad like says that, just kind of like feels his hands. Oh no!
Marcus, what's your
triggered
AC?
a roll.
And he just like kind of tightens the grip a little bit. And then, but again, like I said before, like just there's no strength there. There's no, I don't know. You can't get that grip that you were used to as a young man.
Oh yeah. I was feeling my hands, but you know what? I'll take my dad's.
Oh, I thought that's what, oh, gotcha.
Sorry, no. But yeah, I think Marcus will take his dad's hand.
Mm. Despite all the blisters, I go back and I got a little skip in my step. I just talked for a long time. I don't know if that answered your question. But no, you did what you had to do.
I don't know how to say goodbye to you when I've just said hello for the first time in a long time.
Now you roll an insight check.
Okay.
There you go. Are you crying? Maya, are you crying?
Ding crying, baby.
Now we're all crying.
I
Thanks.
truly can't see
Guys,
whatever
cool-
number is
cool
about
game,
to come
cool
up.
Session. Cool.
What are my stats? That's a 19. No, I lied. That's a 15.
15 still very good. The 15. You see the words that come out of his mouth are, that's pretty. That's cute. You should put that. They should put that on a plaque. They, cross out the Prosperus. Write that down. But with the 15 in his eyes, there is. You've mentioned him dying. He's joked about him dying. There is a fear there. There's a apprehension that is, being walls in front of that with some.
I think with that, Marcus goes like, so you're where I get it from,
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna I've really enjoyed spending all the time I could with you.
I take the Jaguar. I have it in one hand. You just sit for as long as I can. Woo! Until either somebody gets me or until it happens.
There is a knock at the door, and Agape up. She goes, "Look at my two men. Dinner's ready, Marcus. If you wanna, come inside and get your friends together. Cypress, it's pasta tonight. If you wanna, we'll bring you a bowl." And Cypress goes, no, and he with great effort moves and gets his legs, uses his hands to move his legs
I'm helping
to the
him.
floor. Grab his hands again, the calluses, uses the wall a little bit too to stand up, and slowly you guys make your way through the house to the dinner table, which has Marcus, it's never looked better, that dinner table. Everyone's there. Usually Roman dining, people lie down on the couches, they kind of lounge as they eat. There's too many people to do that. Everybody is hip to hip in the chairs. There's even a couple more in the couches. There's even a couple more chairs brought on.
It's 25 people, I believe. There's 25 people.
25. 15 Prosperuses, not counting Marcus, 5 sorcerers, 5 plus 1s. It is a you know what? I love doing this because I've had to do this at a couple family occasions. The dining space won't fit vertically inside the room, so the barn doors are open and it's going outside.
Yeah.
Who's at the kids' table?
Are we
Thank
at
you,
the
Clayton.
sorcerer
Whoa!
table?
Yeah, which one of us is stuck at the
Sorcerer's
kids' table?
table.
And is it Gaius?
Yeah, everyone here is really old except for the sorcerers and then the nieces, nephews, and sibling kids.
I'm not old. I'm
Everyone here is
37.
really old.
Cleo's 25, so
Yeah, there is a kids table. And I think probably a couple people do. Who do you guys think is sitting at the kids table with Marina, Ignatius, Drusus, Julius, Ursus is not here. Yeah, so it's just those 4 there at the moment.
and Augustus.
If it's so when family things at my house, at least it's I'm assuming this is one kind of long table if it does a little L situation, so the kids are kind of at one end. Aemil probably sits in the little awkward place where it's you're the end of the kids table / the beginning of the adults table, and you don't really know which one.
I feel like it goes kids and then the sorcerers.
Yeah.
Our kind of gang.
Kids, Augustus, and then the source.
Good. Okay, so we've established kids table, sorcerers, real adults.
Whoa! That's fine.
Honestly, that's
Interesting.
fair.
Sorcerers
We
and
just
plus
needed
ones.
a president.
Sorcerers and plus 1s together.
and plus 1.
Yeah.
And Augustus.
Augustus is a
plus
plus
one.
one.
For now.
I will have no
What does that
Augustus
mean?
slander in the chat. Let me tell you
See,
right now.
I
That
was having
I never
man
said it was
laughed
slander.
in episode
But you
1.
I
seem to
never
have
said
very
anything
direct.
slanderous.
That seemed to imply something, Clayton.
So as you guys start having dinner, there is, there's There's soup, there is salad, there are these breadsticks.
Are there unlimited
You guys are overcome with this feeling that like
Are we when you're here, your family? Sorry.
your family, yeah, like the Prosperus is.
I do actually, in fact, hate it here.
Hi, I'm Gaius Prosperus.
Avalon
Yeah.
Prosperus.
Our
Of House
Prosperus
Prosperus.
Ranch.
I just need to blast my brother really quick. I live in a town where there's a lot of like really good actual restaurants, and I asked him what his favorite restaurant was the other day, and he fucking said Olive Garden, and I was like, "Hey,
It's
just
because
so
he
you
cares
know,
about
like,
family,
don't
Sarah.
tell people we're related. Like, you can't tell people we're related anymore." So I have to live like
the
that
number
now.
one fan of the Prosperous household.
Sarah
Yeah,
said,
thank
when you're
you,
there,
kid.
you're not my family.
Well, I said I'd rather be at the Olive Garden where they give you actual alcohol that isn't watered down. Sorry, never mind. Sorry,
We are
I
not
was saying
sponsored by Olive
It's
Garden.
just
We're
my
not
Olive
sponsored.
Garden. Like Olive Garden, this isn't about you. Sorry.
I personally love Olive Garden, and Olive Garden. If you want to deepen our brand relationship, then
You can
Oh,
have
we're
my
thematic-
brother.
thematically
I've
appropriate.
put out feelers for Little Caesars, so fingers
Olive
crossed.
Garden, if you sponsor us, we will start every show eating breadsticks.
I will give you my teenage
So
brother. You can
dinner,
have
so
it.
dinner. Is
I will
very
give you
good.
my teenage.
Dinner has been very good. The conversation has been sparse. A combination of people stuffing food into their mouth is very good. People want to eat. People are hungry, and like there's a bunch of new people here.
Has Marcus joined us at the table?
I'm at the sorcerer and
Yes,
Okay.
and you guys are all seeing for the first time. Cypress sits down at like the head of the table on the adult side, and is like, he goes, I just want to say that I am so happy that I can have all of my family together in one place. It has brought me more joy than I can tell you. Let's eat. Let's eat. There's plenty to go around, even for our new superpowered friends. And everyone dives in.
Us.
The silence goes on for a little while until Drusus pipes up and goes, so what was it like, killing like the president or whatever? And immediately the entire table was like, okay, come on. Overlap.
Hey.
wait, I forgot. Is that common knowledge?
Now,
There was a whole thing about it.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I wanted to make sure that Drusus wasn't like detecting thoughts.
I think this is the first time any of us have had to confront the fact that it's common knowledge. For
Really?
Clio, it is for sure.
I choke on my drink.
Aemil fully does a spit take.
Yeah, I also choke on my drink.
Ignatius like reaches over and does like a little like on the back of the, what?
I love that they're like, what? I'm the bad guy? They killed the
They
president.
killed the
I'm the
president.
bad guy.
I really don't know how to answer that.
It
Antonia's like, it's okay, you don't have to. And Philo goes like, yeah, according to this new council that we not council, what is it? That's Senex, the people in the Senex, it's all fine, if you if you go in and you perform an extrajudicial kind of insert, and again the whole table, okay, come on.
The worst fucking Thanksgiving dinner. Feels like maybe being an orphan is okay, actually.
Yeah.
Marcus,
Can
have you-
I kind of in the chaos just kind of try and catch Marcus's eye and just see how he's doing?
insight check?
I'll roll insight, but you
Yeah,
have to
if you want
understand
to,
what.
you can.
Okay. I would like you, Riley, to tell me what Clio sees, but
Yeah,
as I
of
roll my
course.
insight, and then I'll tell you what she figures out on the inside of her heart. What's 13 plus 9? 22.
Yeah, I mean, like Marcus's eyes are red. like fully just like red. And like granted, like you guys kind of saw him cry like with his mom earlier, but like
We were distant.
red,
We were over there.
Yeah. So I think but like with that said, like I think like in Marcus fashion, like sees that you're trying to catch his eye, meets your eye, fully aware that like you can't hide it, but just like sitting up straight, shoulders down, like head up, like meets your eye.
All right.
He'll message you, be like, there's a lot of contradictory feelings.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything I can do?
Just eat.
Will do.
Nom 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 nom
Nom nom nom nom.
Things are. Agape goes like just like calming everyone down. She goes, okay. It doesn't have to get political. It doesn't have to get political. Clio, what do you do?
I thought you said it didn't have to get political.
Marcus snickers. Marcus like fully goes like.
That was me laughing just now. That's also Aemil.
Yeah, I think
It's
at least 3 of the sorcerers either chuckle, laugh, or guffaw.
Your mom's still like smiling, like looking at all of you guys, like.
Clio runs a library.
I am unemployed at the moment. It's fine.
ran a library.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Past
there
tense.
was things. Life is
It's
just so funny sometimes. Just full of surprises.
Wonderful.
Fiery surprises.
Gaius, that was not necessary.
I'm sorry. It's
Come on. Clio looked at Madigan and goes, she's right here. She's right there.
oh, I'm so
Thank
sorry,
you.
Madigan. I
Everything's
entirely forgot you were here. You are very quiet.
She's fine.
Madigan turns to the rest of the table. Hello, everyone. If you're confused, I recently died.
Aemil, do you have anything you'd like to say on that also?
I
Would
mean,
you like
if
to
you're
say-
asking, I guess I did too.
Lots of things have happened in the past week.
Shit's real weird.
But yeah, so basically I'm unemployed is the moral of the story. That's the answer to your question. It's been a wild. Anyways.
Avalon, how about you?
Yeah, go to her. That's great.
How am I?
Yes, yeah. How are you?
I'm quite good in such lovely company.
What do you do for a living?
So unemployed.
I'm in between kind of figuring it out. I'm young, just finished my studies.
Marcus snickers again.
I elbow him.
Like that.
Antonia and Tanya goes, Marcus, is there anything you'd like to tell the group?
Anything specific?
Whatever you're just laughing about.
And this is Antonia.
Yeah.
Did they see us elbow each other?
At
Probably.
the same kitchen table.
It probably knocked Marcus into the person next to him.
Yeah, we're all
Dominoes.
I look at Antonia and I think about saying you're not my mom. And then I think I just got back after 15 years. I technically left my family and didn't come back. So I should probably not push buttons. Yes. No, that's all right. I throw up some sparks. I throw up some prestidigitation sparks.
Look over there.
Does anyone care? I'm gonna try and like talk over, maybe pull some attention away from Marcus and Avalon. And just does anyone want to hear about the time I fought a Minotaur? 2 times. It happened
Was it
twice.
the time that we all fought the Minotaur, or was it
That was also both times.
both? Yeah. Okay.
There was the
Wait.
time we fought the Minotaur in the Coliseum,
The
under the
first one.
Coliseum, and then the other one when we broke into prison and fought the
I don't think we
Minotaur.
fought the Minotaur in prison. I think that was
I got slammed against a wall.
that was
wasn't a
I was
fight,
Are you all familiar with a Minotaur?
Yeah, Venus goes, no, not in the slightest.
Gaius, take it away.
Okay, so Minotaur. I have a friend from the Coliseum. His name is Decius. His act was he was a bullfighter. He would fight bulls. He had a bull named Clio, not this Clio, separate
relation.
Clios. Just a weird little coincidence. That day did a lot of weird magical things. Decius and the bull became one creature. So like picture human-esque body, standing up, yada yada, head of a bull, big old horns, not anymore, the horns got taken off, but big old hairy, muscly bull man. About way up there, very tall.
What are you rolling for? What needs to be rolled in this situation?
Things that unfortunately will not be revealed.
Can we just hear Driss's very slightly go, sick?
Badass.
Hi, I'm putting in my request for the GM to very slightly go, sick.
This is your one per session.
No. I cast wish. He's gonna say sick.
Gotcha. Great. Really good year for the ranch. This is Kasha speaks up. Really good year for the ranch. Wait, no, what was her voice again? She's like the mom. She's like kind of like a Linda Belcher a little bit. She was like a little like really good year for the ranch. Marina, what do you Marina's like, oh, I'm working as a scribe now in town, which has been really fun and rewarding. That's really, you seem excited about that. Right?
Yeah. Aemil, I'm a poet. So anything writing is.
Wow. Yeah. I would love to try and transcribe your work.
I have terrible handwriting, so yeah, that would be great.
Who else is here? Who we got the plus ones, right? We have welcome as usual is going ham on the food again, like all new experience, everything tactile, everything once a little bit of everything. Augustus is being very like you've been to someone's house for the first time and you just like don't know exactly what's going on, and so you like do everything, you like go and you get some salad on his fork and he pulls into his mouth and like checks with everybody and starts chewing. What else
The
do we got?
bimbofication of Augustus.
Truly the bimbofication of Augustus. My
At
bad.
the end of the campaign, he's just going to be walking like.
He's doing what else happens during dinner?
What's Felix up to?
Oh
no!
I feel
I'm
bad that
scared.
the first thing that happened was that they're like something to do with sliders, but no, they're more than that.
There's so much more.
They're looking at the napkins. They're more.
You can be two things. That's the limit.
You can make sliders and appreciate napkins.
Appreciate napkins.
What is Felix up to? Felix is actually As dinner goes on, Felix and Kasha get into a conversation. They are in a similar line of work, like not exactly the same, but like Kasha keeps the books for the whole Prosperus household, and Felix is involved with like marketing and that kind of business end of things,
Publishing, yeah.
and so they are actually getting to like for the first time in a little bit for Felix, fairly normal work chatter,
Good for them.
Yeah, I think dinner goes well. Is there anything any of you guys would like to do? Anyone you would like to talk to? Everyone's in the same place right now, so we are good to go on that front.
I mean, I just love everyone so much. I want to talk to them all the time, but
How many people did I converse with by helping out set the table?
Probably everyone except for the teens, Philo,
Nice.
and
Fun.
yeah.
Excellent. And you said they were all charmed by me, so
Yes, they are. They love you. So the rest of dinner goes on pretty well. Everyone avoiding kind of the
yeah, who was the one who was like seemed kind of upset that we killed Salvatius?
wait, seemed kind of
Ignatius.
oh, that's Philo. That's Philo.
Oh,
Was
Philo?
Philo upset, or was he just like?
Was he just like,
That is
wow,
wild.
killing someone is a lot, or was he like specifically Albatius Damasus?
Philo. How do I describe this? Philo's a centrist. Philo.
Okay, all right.
No,
Man.
we bonded. We shook hands, William.
In my notes for him, I wrote brick shithouse, married to a guy, lost 2 fingers, and now you're making me add centrist to that list, Will?
Those are all true.
What a
aspects of it.
character profile.
It's just the gay Republican centaur.
Not the gay Republican centaur.
He just enjoys, barbecue. Like he just wants his ranch is good. He's keeping care of the house. He's keeping care of the kids, and like that. As long as that stays good, everything else doesn't really matter too much.
Okay, we're not going to get into how you would have been drafted into a necromancy army. We're not going to get into that. We're not going to open that can of worms.
Aemil, no. Hey, no, stop.
So the rest of dinner kind of goes on, avoiding the complicated topics. The only person who hasn't spoken up that much is Hadrian. Hadrian has kept mostly quiet, participating in conversation as much as whenever someone asks him a question, but isn't offering much.
Can I glance over at him and make an insight check? I feel like I can tell the vibes anyways, but just because Hadrian and Domitia were probably the ones that Marcus was closest to when he was actually here, because they're the closest in age. They're the youngest 3. So I feel again, 15 years have passed. I don't know if that knowledge is helpful anymore, but just looking over and kind of this is my brother. How fucking mad is he based off of the way that his eyebrow is doing this or whatever? That's a 17.
Wow.
Just kidding. That's a 15. I keep wanting to add more to my inside checks. It's another 15.
Another 15. He is with a 15. What kind of insight do you get into him? Out of everyone who has changed, both physically and kind of in their attitude, for example, Kasha has moved from a little bit spacey. She the way you remember her is she's keeping the book. She kind of keeps herself in the study, and doesn't have a great attention span. And now she has moved into frazzled. That is kind of how she has evolved in these years. Out of everybody else, Hadrian is the same as he was. So you get that little bit. And as for immediately how he's feeling right now, he is kind of he's ignoring you. He is not paying you too much attention.
Okay. Finish dinner.
Dinner is plates are cleaned, things are passed down the table, things are brought to the big, there's a tub, and then the water is brought from, I mean, Julius is in it, but like it's fine. So
half of us have prestidigitation. The least we can fucking do is do these people's dishes.
Just pass it along down the line of sorcerers, and one of us will get
Yeah.
Cash goes, have you ever thought about monetizing this? Have you ever thought about turning this into some kind of...
We've had it for 2 weeks tops, and a lot of that was devoted to, as Drusus so delicately put it, killing the president. So
For a larger, to be clear, our goal was not to, quote, kill the president. The goal was sort of the I think Marcus sees you make that face and gives you like a knock it off. Look, the goal was to not have the city go asunder. Also, we were blackmailed actually for a heavy portion of those days.
No, yeah.
I kind of looked to the rest of them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did kidnap a lot our loved ones.
Everyone.
Agape goes, okay, that's enough. Let's get inside. Which she's Italian.
She's Italian.
Italian. Let's get inside. I can't do it. Let's get inside. Which form? In my head.
But it's a warm.
Let's get inside.
I'm so sorry.
Let's get inside.
Any Italian who watches this, I'm so sorry.
And you can all talk about this later. Things are cleared up. Whatever, like, most of the cattle already moved inside from, like, just it's turning nighttime. They also want to get inside. Antonia and Vitus take care of the rest, like kind of getting a rope around them, pulling them in. Everyone kind of moves inside. Again, it's cramped. There's not a lot of room to go around. It's one of these hot summer nights, so like even though the sun has gone down, it still feels like it's out, and it's like a little bit humid too.
Mm-hmm.
Most people move into the water room, where the couches are moved up and like set up over there, and that game of quarters is brought back, the bronze game. It's there's not a whole lot to do on the farm. Like torches are lit, there's light to be had. It kind of dances across the water.
Ooh, listen to that imagery. My God.
Yeah.
Not the Roman night, the Roman moon.
And as everyone's kind of hanging out, Cypress gets up as everything's cleared, everyone's moving in, and he goes, all right, everyone, I'm gonna probably retire for the evening. And he like kind of hits his hand against the wall. I'll see you all in the morning. It's great to see all of you, sorcerers. You're welcome anytime, preferably individually, but if you all have to come back again, we can make it work. We can. There's always enough room. I can, actually come back, bring more people. I'll be in the barn. It's fine.
The barn.
And he opens his door. Good night. And there's a whole chorus of good night, Dad. Good night, Grandpa. Good night. Every single relation that people have to him. As he moves into his room. And at that point, a little more time goes by. There's a knock at the door.
No.
Um,
No. No
uh,
knock. There's a knock. Not at this door.
Demisha goes, Marcus, can you get that?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't want to.
Sure thing, sis. That's how I feel. That's not what Marcus says. He goes, yes. I think he's going to shoot a glance at like just the nearest sorcerer. Just like whoever is kind of in the room, just like glance and be like,
I'll go with Marcus.
okay, sounds good. We head towards the door, and is there a people?
Yeah, there's like there's like four. You can not a people.
There's a window.
And you see as you look through, there's a man outside. There's someone outside. They have like kind of this like they have like dark brown skin. It's their hair is like kind of close cropped, and they're kind of just like standing back. They're like holding something, but you can't see what's going on. They knock again.
I just look at Avalon and open the door, and then I'd like to step outside. I'd like to have Avalon and I step outside and close the door.
You step outside, close the door. This person is in front of you, and in their arms they have a toddler, like a 2-year-old kid. And they take like a step back, and they're like, "Hi, you must be Marcus, yeah? I'm Seneca. I'm Mitch's partner."
All those fucking paranoid sons of bitches, and it's just somebody with a toddler.
The last time
Somebody who didn't one of the siblings say
that Seneca was coming later. We're all so stupid.
Marcus, I feel like Marcus and if Avalon would like to join, Marcus plays this off. Marcus is like, "Oh, lovely to see. We were just stepping outside to get a bit of air, so this is perfect timing. Yes, come in." I reopen the door.
That's so funny. That's so funny that you're coming out for air. This is Aetius. This is air.
Oh.
Eagle, like flying. Aetius.
How do you spell that?
Aetius.
How big? How small? How small?
2-year-old. So like not like baby, but like moving into toddler, right?
Yeah.
One baby.
Yeah, maybe this is more, right?
And what are pronouns for both of these people?
Seneca is they them, Aetius is he him.
Baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
A/B.
Wow, you've done a great job.
Thank you.
Nice.
Would you like to hold him?
Ooh.
Let's go inside.
Okay.
Let's go inside. Door opens. Everyone goes back inside.
Can I do it feels remiss to not, after being so paranoid for a second, can I do a perception check outside?
Do a perception check.
Any rats?
I'd like to. Can I do one as well?
Sure.
I got a 14.
Rats,
14.
eagles, horses,
Weird
Oh
fucking
my.
fucked up
monsters.
14. Only because you know to look for it. You see like a little bit of light coming from the forest, and like the barest bit of smoke blocking the stars, and it's the Telnari people hanging out over there.
Oh God, they're on fire.
But
Cool.
yeah,
I let
besides that,
Seneca into their own household.
Seneca comes in again. This whole chorus of everybody being like, "Hey, Uncle," and then they walk in. And immediately, like, Demisha comes over and takes Aetius, who is like kind of in between sleep and awake right now.
Oh my god.
And comes holds him, and is like, "You missed your mama, didn't you?" I've been and it's like, did you have a good time with Seneca? Did you enjoy it? Almost a whole week? Never been away for that long. And like kind of like pulls him back.
Aetius is like, yes. I
enjoyed it very much, mother. Verily, I say.
And the two of them kind of turn to you, Marcus, and go, "This is your nephew. This is Aetius."
He's he is beautiful.
Yeah. Do you want to hold him? And like Seneca looks over and is like,
Sure. Yes. I think like having learned from the Seneca thing that ooh is not the correct answer. Marcus goes, yes. And I'll take Aetius.
charisma check.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I really want this to go well.
Just straight charisma?
I do think it would be
charisma.
funny.
Is this a persuasion check?
Just straight charisma.
Anyway.
It's a 13.
13's good. 13's enough for a baby.
13.
A baby has incredibly low DCs.
In the handover, he kind of wakes up more, and go and like makes like eye contact, I guess, with you.
Hey, who the fuck is this guy?
Who's this guy? Why does he kind of look like every other motherfucker in this house?
I shall debase myself.
What a line.
Makes the fucking peanut butter baby sound.
The peanut butter. Does that feel good?
This is a great show.
This is
Marcus will nod. Marcus nods. And I think Marcus like Marcus goes, yes. You know, adults who just like very much talk to babies in exactly adult speech. That's Marcus's vibes.
This is you that one time with Sarah's dog when you were like,
yeah, fun Marcus Prosperus moment in actuality was Sarah's dog was there, and I have cats. I'm not like used to dogs as much.
She's barely a dog. She's just a weird little creature.
And she came up to me and I pet her and I went, "You are very soft," which I feel is a benefit. And Sarah said, "What in the Marcus Prosperus type shit?" But yeah, and I think what's particularly striking Marcus right now is, you know, when you hold a baby's hand and their pinky's like this big. Sorry, that's a newborn baby, but you know when you even hold like a toddler's hand, and, like their hands are like small. Like I think like as somebody who like works with like making bodies and figures all the time and has studied a ton of anatomy, like knows this, but suddenly we're seeing like a very small hand, and I think that is just what stands out to Marcus in this moment of like, wow, he is so small. And that's my role.
He starts like laughing a little bit. Yes.
Oh.
You're holding his hand.
Oh.
Um,
Marcus is like, oh my god. That felt, I'm not gonna say this to anybody. I think it felt so good to get approval from this baby.
Cecilia like grabs your hand, Aemil, and is like, "That is the cutest baby
I know.
I've ever seen in my entire life."
Emil's gonna get up and lead Cecilia over and like be like start cooing over the baby because they also think it's really fucking adorable.
The baby is like, again, 2-year-old is not like that tiny, but but is like amazed by his like,
Yeah.
it's a, like kind of
And we will do
greeting every
some
person that
very
comes in.
gentle, like, you know, those baby sensory videos? We'll just like prestidigitation, like a little dancing, like grape for it to look at.
Kids this
Not a dancing
generation,
grape.
you know, they got sorcerers to back them. They got the sorcerer generation.
I will make the first
How
iPad baby.
dancing grape. I'll look to Demisha and then like pass the baby off to like either Aemil or Cecilia, whoever grabs it first.
Cecilia.
Like, roll for
will
initiative.
Go in and
Yeah. Cecilia.
I think Felix also with you guys.
I was gonna say,
baby.
Felix, that is the cutest baby I have ever seen.
Yes.
It's a good baby.
It is very small, which I feel is a benefit.
What in the
Marcus should talk.
Felix? I'm gonna go say hi to the baby.
I thought you were about to say you wanted.
Send my
No,
regards.
I'm not gonna say it.
No, they don't
We've
say
been
that.
married
I want to
for-
say
Send my regards to the baby.
No, they don't. They get up with you.
We've been married for 2 days, Maya.
Send this to the baby. Passes a drink down the counter.
Or like they see a baby and they're like, I want a baby. And it's not like actually want a baby, but it's like, right? That's what I thought it was
You
gonna
don't want a
Baby
baby
fever.
now, but yeah,
Augustus
yeah.
clutches Avalon's arm and goes, "That is the cutest baby."
Welcome clutches Marcus's shoulder.
Oh yeah, has Welcome seen?
Oh yeah,
baby?
Alan?
No.
A child.
There's a whole crowd. I'm gonna wait for it to disperse. What's Clio doing right now? How does Clio feel?
It was fine. She's chilling.
Good. God.
I don't think Cleo knows how to interact with the situation, and she's just kind of like nice. She has her own emotions that she'll
It's a
unpack
good
later.
baby.
I think Madigan is like mostly still is more intrigued with the teams than with the baby.
Yeah.
And is like trying to figure out the cup game, trying to do the cup, like the
Like from Pitch Perfect.
yeah, they're doing that now.
Good.
Wait. Never mind, I'm not gonna do it.
Avalon, are you still over there?
Oh, no.
Nice.
I'll sit down next to Clio.
Avalon, make a perception check.
What?
What?
Not a nat 20. I got a 24.
Nice.
What?
Augustus isn't here.
What?
Oh no.
You lost him?
Damn it.
How do you lose? Augustus
Will,
Pompeius.
You
Hey,
forget
Will,
to
You forget to
cherish
cherish
him.
him.
What does the moon look like?
The moon's at it's waxing, and
Okay.
it's at probably about half wax. I don't know what that one's called. Augustus isn't here.
See, here's my problem. I'm gonna tell you my problem right now is that we're all adults. We can go wherever, but because you pointed it out, I know I have to go and find him. So I'm gonna try to go and find him.
Gotcha. Where do you go?
Where do I go? I go outside.
Mhm.
Maybe there's birds.
Good thinking.
No need to make a perception check. He's not like outside. He's not hanging out there.
Where are other places?
But there's
Where's
basically
the
go?
water?
You guys were in the water room. There's also
Oh, okay. I can't message him, right?
if you know his like general, if you want to just like shoot a couple messages around and try to figure out,
Hey.
you get a hey back, pointing at the other room that's not the water room where you guys mostly ate dinner, and like the kitchen and stuff is there.
Okay. I'll go in there.
You go in there. You see he has like a small candle lit on a desk. You gather that this is Kasha's study, where she does most of her work. And there is two, relatively large bookshelves there that he has kind of, so you can see they're kind of disheveled. He's produced of them and has grabbed one and is kind of flipping through, not really reading, but just kind of moving through it.
Are you going to take these from the library as well?
That's perhaps maybe if it seems like I need them more than they do.
I respect it.
Did this man a level in rogue?
This man has a level of rogue. You should go back to the party. You seem like you were having a good time.
No, it's good. It's interesting. I've been to many soirees with politicians. It's always a level of.
And they're like this. I don't remember them being.
No, not at all. That's what I'm trying to say. This is nothing. I'm pretending like it's something I've ever experienced before. It's not. How are you holding up?
Marcus has a lot of family.
Yes.
Marcus has a lot of folks.
He does have a lot of folks.
They just, it's weird. It's weird, right? But they seem happy that he's back, by and large. And I wish that I got the same thing, and I could have the same thing, but doesn't seem like it.
Yeah,
I was just taking a break.
Makes sense. I share that with you. It is odd to see so much legitimate love for family members and children, even when they seem to have done something that other people didn't like. And I suppose that's how it's supposed to be. But you deserve that.
Thanks, Avalon.
What are you reading?
He goes and flips to the cover. It's the benefits and deficiencies of the use of copper in the tanning process.
In the tanning process?
That's one of my favorites, actually. That's a really good one.
Yeah, in the tanning process, I think.
You trying to get some more sun?
Avalon, they're leather workers.
Avalon leaves.
Clio, let's go back to you. Again, Madigan's kind of hanging with the teens. They're all having a good time. One of them pulls you aside, Clio. One of them, you're kind of doesn't pull you aside. You're kind of a little bit distant from the group. Marina gets up and sits down next to you. Hi.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you. You're all really nice, and it's really cool that you are hanging out with Marcus and helping him.
Right. We like Marcus. He's all right.
Good. What's Imperius like?
It's alive. It's just it's a living place, I think. You know, you walk the streets and you get the sense that they're breathing a little bit. You know, with people, it's busy, and there's a lot of hope there. I think that it's a place with a lot of, I mean, I think this is a Marcus centric world. This will probably make sense. You know, I think you take a piece of stone and you can kind of bring out what's in it. And I think the city is the same way. I think it's rough hewn, and it's got a lot of potential for a lot of people.
That sounds really cool. Have you been anywhere else?
No. This is the furthest I've been from home. Kind of a new experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you like it? The experience of being far from home?
Yeah, I do. I didn't think I would, honestly. We kind of, it wasn't really a choice to leave or not. It felt like the right thing to do, and I'm one of those people where that's not really a choice. I feel compelled to sort of do what I think is the right thing, and I still really struggled. I didn't want to leave, but I'm here, and I'm glad I'm here. I think it's good for me.
Good. Great. That sounds really cool. Yeah, I hope you guys pass through again so I can hear some more about.
Is this the one who works in the city, or is this a different one?
She works in like the town. She works in like
in the town. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
The ranch is like kind of just, you guys pass the town on the way here. She works there.
Yes. Have you been into the city before?
No. We just don't get a lot of time to go. It takes days, you know?
Yeah.
And I miss the work here or the work there for that long.
I mean, if you get a chance, I'd be happy to show you around if I'm there, but yeah, you should come visit if you get a chance. It's a good place to be. I maybe give it a little while, let some things settle, but yeah.
She goes like, I would really love to, but and she glances over at Ignatius and Drusus. I don't know, I gotta take care of these guys.
Yeah. Family's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything anyone else would like to do before we go to bed?
I just want to put it out there. I think like no matter what's going on, Clio is like the way that Clio, kind of like the same way Clio was with Bronwyn, like she just kind of has eyes on Marcus, like as much as she can, like just trying to keep tabs on how he's doing given his situation, but like the way that Marcus is in the knot with the walls and such. But I think don't roll anything, but I think she's just sort of keeping tabs on Marcus. That's it. I just want that on the record.
Gotcha.
He doesn't notice.
Good.
I think the last thing that I would want to do is I think Marcus does want to find Hadrian just before the end. Maybe it's even like later in the night, like
Gotcha.
when people have like gone to bed, and maybe like he is also going to bed, and like Marcus kind of like catches him, because I assume we're kind of like staying the night and then we'll head out tomorrow.
Yeah. everyone kind of goes to bed. Things are moved around. There actually is a guest room, which is like that's another new thing. There's just like a place for another stay because as you kind of figured out, Philo and Demisha actually don't live here anymore. They live in the town, and so rooms have gotten rearranged. Julius goes to sleep with Marina, Ignatius, and Drusus, who all share a room, and Julius gets his own, even though he's 8, and that's a whole thing. But like, you're not going to get into that.
Yeah, I see that.
So, accommodations are made. You guys have room to like actually sleep in beds for the first time in a couple nights. And most everyone has gone to bed. You see another thing. Everyone's rooms have changed except Hadrian. Hadrian has stayed in the same room. And you catch him going in that same water room. He's like moving from the like wash basin in the kitchen all the way through the house. So there's ample opportunity to pull him aside.
Yeah, I think like just like at one point we end up in the same room and maybe he doesn't see me yet and I just go, hi.
Hey, it's really great having you back.
You're a bad liar. And you always have been.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's good. Why would I be unhappy to see the my long lost brother after so many years?
I'm not here to ask for forgiveness. In fact, everybody seems to be giving it very freely, which seems if you can be mad and you should be. I'm mad.
I just don't get it. I just don't get how you could head out the door one day and never come back. Not once for 15 years. We had weddings, we had babies, we had a whole fucking new part of the house built. And everything has changed. And you weren't here for a single part of it.
To be clear, you're not the one I'm mad at.
What?
I agree. I should have come back. And at first, it's because you're busy and you've got to put the work in. So if you don't put the work in, you're not going to get what you want. And then none of it will have been worth it. And so you'll go back next month and then you don't go back next month. But you'll go back next month and then you don't go back next month. And then thinking about it and about how long it's been starts to feel heavier than you know how to deal with.
Stop it, Marcus. It's not heavy. It's on a weight. It's a fucking 2-day walk. And it's always been here. All right, don't make it to be more than it is.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Good night. And he goes into his room.
I think like I feel like a little just like Fritz in the system where like it's not a wild magic surge, but like just Marcus has cried more than he has in a long time, but like this is the point where the dam is threatening to burst, not in terms of like crime, but just in terms of like, yeah, that's the whole fucking thing. Is like that's Marcus was saying things that he hasn't ever said, because that is how it felt. Because you did mean to go back, and then you don't go back, and then it gets later and later, and then how can you go back when you've been gone for so long? You can't go back now when you should have been back 5 years ago, so you don't go back, and then you fail at the thing that you left to do, and now you can't go back. Because then what was it worth it? And it's been 10 years already. So you shove it down, and you don't think about it, and you don't come back. And it's not right, but it's true. And he has been trying to ignore that for years and suddenly can't ignore it and tries to say it. And his brother's right, but like, it's all just, it's here right now. And like, I don't know, again, I'm not asking to surge, but it like, I don't think Marcus knows what to do in this second. I think like,
Do you want to roll in wild magic search?
no, I don't is the thing. I don't.
Not like on the table, but like a 1d20.
Oh. Like, oh God, narratively the answer, sorry, it just got really dark. Narratively the answer is yes, but I'm so worried that I'm gonna turn into a fern, Will.
Do it. Do it.
What do I do if I
Fern.
turn
You
into
should
a
do
fern?
it. We'll fix it
Fern.
for you.
Fern.
Please don't fern chant. Please don't put those vibes out there.
Also, we've talked about it and we know it's not a fern.
See
One of
invisibility.
these.
See
That's not
invisibility.
helpful. All right, come on, baby. Okay, that's a 12. We're fine.
Gotcha.
Oh God, it's a 6.
That boosts it to 6, yeah, doesn't it?
I rolled a 10. You now surge on a 15 or lower.
What are you talking about?
I just-
What do you mean? Is this because my fucking notebook and I are feuding right now?
No, it's just because you're feeling a lot of emotions and you're holding them all back.
That's
And so
fair.
Next time, I rolled a 1d10 to see how much it would increase. I rolled a 10, and now a 15 or lower, you surge.
Okay, well, tune
Wow.
in next time to
See, I thought
what-
6. I was like, is that the highest it's ever been? Yes.
No, it is now.
Wow.
Oh, okay, I'll write that down.
Yeah.
6 is
but
what
yeah.
it's been naturally, but
Roll a d4 at this point. 1 to 3.
I think Marcus stands there and just lets the night pass and then goes and finds the guest room and just like, I think we just tucks in.
gotcha. I think that's where we'll leave it for this evening.